Welcome to this week's Maryland's Missing and the Murdered. Maryland's Missing and the Murdered is a weekly YouTube channel that covers the topic of missing and murdered individuals from the state of Maryland. This week, I will be covering missing persons cases that have gone cold. Today, I'm covering 4 of them, all from Baltimore, Maryland. The first one is the oldest missing persons case is in Baltimore City, Kenneth Hager. Kenneth Hager was born in 1935 to George and Louise Hager. Kenneth, known as Kenny, had epilepsy that was so severe that Kenny was unable to speak or attend school. In 1945, Kenny had wandered away from home, to which Louise sewed his name into every article of clothing in case he wandered again. Kenny had a daily routine where he would get some ice from his mom that he liked to chew on and then go outside to meet his dad coming home from work. On April 9, 1947, this was no different. However, when George Hager noticed Kenny was not at the usual meeting spot, he rushed home. When George saw that Kenny was not at the house either, the Hagers called police. The Hagers initially thought that Kenny would return, but that was not the case. People had reported sightings of Kenny on Dundalk and Eastern Avenues with only one shoe on, and rumors floated around that a family had taken him in. The final sighting of Kenny was in 1963, when a cousin saw a man resembling George Hager in a grocery store. Today, in 2020, Kenny would be 75 years old. The next case is the disappearance of Toya Hill, an 8-year-old who went missing on March 24, 1982. Toya was at home playing when her mother left around 6:15 p.m. After her mom left the home, Toya told her sister that she was going to the grocery store 2 blocks away to get candy. Toya was not allowed to go out by herself, but she told her sister that she was going to go regardless. A witness said that they saw Toya speaking with her mom's ex-boyfriend. Toya did not return home. Toya's mother thought her ex-boyfriend took her, but the boyfriend denied having her. And that was all that we have found on Toya Hill's case. Next, we have the case of Ramona, a 19-year-old who disappeared on March 7, 2002. She left her home to walk to her sister's home on Lakewood Avenue in the early hours of the morning. She called a friend on the 7-Eleven payphone on Orleans Street to say she was lost. She was never seen or heard from again. Last, Melody McKoy was a 12-year-old who went missing on December 1, 1991. On November 30, 1991, she spent the night at her friend's house on Saratoga Street. She left to go home the following day around 7 p.m. She left her bike there, which had a flat tire, and what's even stranger is that she left wearing her friend's jacket rather than her own. If you have any information regarding these cases, please call Baltimore City Police at 410-396-2334. Thank you for joining me this week. If there is a Maryland or missing or murdered case that you would like to see on this channel, please email me at marylandsmissing@gmail.com. Music is by Silent Vengeance. Sources will be listed in the outro. I will see you again next week. Be kind to one another. You never know what will happen tomorrow.